Hi, it's Vic Dorfman, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the MemberFix help desk, how to send in requests, and how to manage your requests in a way that's convenient for you and easy to track. So, first things first is if you visit memberfix.freshdesk.com, you will see this screen that we're looking at now, which is our help desk, and it's managed by an application called Freshdesk, which we quite like. And the first thing you'll notice is that we've got a knowledge base. Now, the way the knowledge base works is that we've got some information specific to our product, specific to MemberFix. So things like how to submit your MemberFix requests, how to create an account, how the statuses work and what they mean, how to submit urgent requests, things of that nature. And we're always adding articles to our knowledge base as well. So expect this to be updated. Now, let me give you a really quick overview of how this actually works. So the first thing you're going to want to do is either log in if you've already got a login, and when you become a member, you actually automatically get a login created. So you probably won't need to use the sign up function. You'll just use the login function. So I'm going to head over to login here. Okay, and I've already created an account. So I'm going to click login. Okay, and you can see in the upper right hand corner here that it says welcome John Tiamat. Okay, now a few things you can do. You can go to edit your profile and add all sorts of information about yourself, your title, if you're knighted, maybe you're a sir or a madam, your phone, your Twitter. Honestly, you don't have to add any of this stuff. The only thing you really might want to add is your photo, and that just makes it easier for us to visually associate who you are with your tickets, right? And if you don't do this, don't worry, we'll do it for you. Now, if you head over to your tickets, which is where you'll be spending most of your time, this is where you can see all of your tickets. Now, a few notes here is here where it says all tickets. If you click on this, you have the ability to actually sort. So you can see all tickets, you can see open or pending tickets, and you can see resolved or closed tickets. And I've created these 3 tickets here just for example purposes. And if I click on this first ticket, you'll see this already been closed. Okay. The agent working on this ticket is Vic Dorfman. Okay, so I assign this ticket to myself. And generally what happens when you submit a ticket is that I or one of our project managers will assign the ticket to the person who is best able to perform that particular task. So if you ask for some sort of design request, we're going to assign it to one of our team members who's awesome with design. If you want us to do something around email automation, then we'll assign that to somebody who's really good with email automation. Or sometimes I, myself, or the project manager, if we're the best person for the job, we'll do the ticket ourselves. Okay, and you can see here that you can define a ticket type. Again, this is optional because we'll do this on our end anyway, but you've got tasks, you've got problems, question, other. Okay, now one feature you actually may want to use actively is this priority feature. And we're going to revamp this, and what we'd like to do is eventually make it so that you can drag and drop your tickets in a visual queue according to priority. But until then, you may want to just specify low, medium, high, urgent. Low means do it next, do it after you complete the preceding ticket. Medium means it's a little bit more important. Obviously, high means it's important. And urgent, you want to use urgent very, very sparingly, because when we see an urgent ticket in our help desk, we basically drop everything we're doing and we take care of it. So it should be actually urgent, and in fact, we have an article in our help desk that explains exactly what we define when we mean urgent or emergency. Okay, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. Now you can see that I've just submitted just some nonsense text here, and then I've got a reply, and then you've got this ellipsis here, these 3 ... If you click on this, it'll open up and expand the previous conversation. So beware of that you can open that. All right, and if we head back to tickets, And look at another one here. You can see that we've got some other stuff. Now, anytime you have a ticket that's been resolved or closed, you can actually reopen it just by sending a reply. So reopen this ticket and click reply. And as soon as you've done that, your ticket will be reopened. And if I go back to the ticket list, you can see it's been set to unassigned. And unassigned just means that there's no particular agent working on it yet, but either myself or one of the project managers is going to give it to somebody else or do it ourselves, and we'll assign it to ourselves, and you'll see, oh, Vic is working on this, or oh, Leslie is working on this, and so forth. So that's pretty straightforward. Now, another really, really simple way to submit your tickets is just to email them in. And the way that you do that is you go to your email inbox, and I'm not going to go to my email inbox, but all you would do is you would write an email to support@memberfix.freshdesk.com. support@memberfix.freshdesk.com. And you would compose it like you would any other email. You know, if you prefer to manage your tasks from within your email inbox, there's no need for you to even log in to the help desk. But if you're submitting a large volume of tickets and you're starting to sort of forget, you know, what is in progress and that kind of thing, you have a lot of tickets on the go, you really want to make use of our help desk, because it's basically going to sequester or quarantine your email inbox, which is for your business stuff or your personal stuff or whatever the case may be, and just give you a dedicated inbox, which is this help desk, specifically for your tasks, for your tickets. And it's going to let you see the progress, who replied when, and that kind of thing, and all of your tickets historically. And you could even use this sorting functionality here to say, okay, I want to sort by priority, I want to sort by status, ascending or descending, and so forth. Now, that's pretty much how this whole thing works. Nothing too complicated. And I'm going to head over here to the Solutions tab real quick, just to show you and walk you through these articles that we have real quick. So, how to submit your MemberFix requests. Okay, you can see that these are basically how-to articles. Okay, and they tell you exactly what I've just explained to you. Okay. And how to create a MemberFix Freshdesk account. That'll explain that as well. Although, as I said, when you become a new member, you'll automatically have a new account created for you. The Freshdesk ticket statuses and what they mean. Let's go through that really, really quickly. So, open unassigned just means that you've sent us a ticket and we haven't done anything with it yet. It's sitting in our inbox, and the next step is for us to actually assign it. Now, once we've assigned a ticket, it's going to be set to in progress. Okay, so that means that, for example, you sent me a ticket, say, hey Vic, I need you to set up a website. Okay, we see it in our inbox, a day goes by, let's say, and then I see the ticket and I assign it to Leslie. Okay, so now it's in progress, and Leslie is the agent who's working on it. Now, what if you have 10 tickets open at the same time? Well, as you know, MemberFix is a task-based system, so you have a task queue, and we work on your tasks in the order that they come in, one at a time, unless you specify a different order. So if you say, for example, hey Vic, this ticket is our biggest priority, then we'll work on that one first, and then we'll work on all of the other ones in the order that they came in. In queue, this status just means that the ticket is next in whatever order it came in. So we've got a ticket that we're currently working on for you, it's in progress, and all of the other tickets below it are in queue, and we're going to work on them as soon as we resolved the currently in progress ticket. Okay, in progress means in progress, just to explain that. Resolved means we did the thing that you asked us to do, and we're setting it to resolve because we want to indicate to you that, hey, we did this thing now, just check it over, make sure it's cool, and if it isn't, just hit reply. And any time that you reply to a ticket, it's going to change the status of that ticket back to open. Okay, so even if we've closed a ticket out, it's been weeks, if there's something you need to do more on that ticket, just reply to it, and it's going to open it right back up, okay? So don't, get stressed out when you see us set a ticket to resolved or closed. It doesn't mean it's closed. It just means that we either did the thing or waiting for your input before we close it for good. Okay, you can always open it right back up, so it's not a problem. Waiting on customer means that we're waiting for you to reply with something. Like we need some login credentials, or we need some input or information from you before we can move forward and complete the ticket, complete the task. Waiting on third parties. So oftentimes, you might submit a ticket and you'll say, hey, Vic, I need you to do XYZ. And it might involve me submitting a support ticket to another company, another app. Let's say you have a problem with MemberMouse or some piece of tech that you work with in your business. Well, we don't always know everything ahead of time, so we have to submit support tickets as well. And in those cases, we are waiting on a third party, and that is the status that we're going to assign to your ticket. Now, as soon as we hear back, it's going to go back to in progress, and we'll continue where we left off. Now, pending basically means that the ticket is something that you want done, but we're putting it on hold for now. So basically, pending means on hold until you give us the green light and say, hey, Vic, let's continue again with this ticket. So it might be something that you submitted a long time ago and you thought about it and you said, you know what, actually, this isn't that important, or we need to do some other stuff before we can do this stuff. So let's just forget about it for now. So in those cases, we don't close the ticket out because you still want to do that thing. We just put it in pending. So it's just in a holding pattern. Okay. And Vic's stuff, you probably will never see the status on your ticket. It's just something that we use internally to manage tasks that relate to our internal business progress. So you probably won't ever see the status again. And last but not least, we've got this article here on how to submit an urgent request. So let's just go through this really, really quickly, so that it's really clear what's urgent. So I'm not going to read the whole article to you, but I'm going to tell you what constitutes an emergency. So here are legitimate emergency scenarios. Number one, your website has suddenly crashed or become inaccessible. For sure, that's an emergency. No website, no business, no customers, no traffic, no sales. No bueno. We need to resolve that for you immediately. So that is a legitimate urgent request. And all you have to do to make it clear that it's urgent is in the title of your request, write urgent, and you can set the priority to urgent as well when you submit the ticket if you're using the help desk. Another urgent scenario is if you've been hacked or you strongly suspect you've been hacked, like something's just going totally haywire on your site that you've never seen before and you can't explain it and it's screwing something up. Maybe you've been hacked. We've cleaned up a lot of malware. We're very skilled at that, so that is absolutely one of the benefits of working with us is that we clean up malware for you at no cost. And most hosting companies, even if you're hosted with that company, they'll charge you at least a few $100 to clean up malware. And that's something that we do at no additional cost because I don't think it's something that you should try to milk for all it's worth necessarily, right? Now, if your website has reverted to a previous version, again, for no apparent reason, that's kind of an emergency because, hey, what happened to all my work? If you've lost your work for no apparent reason, that's an emergency. Something has gone wrong with your payment processing. That's absolutely an emergency. You can't collect customer info. They can't check out. They can't buy from you. You're losing cash flow. In my lexicon, that is absolutely an emergency and you absolutely should send an urgent request. Or if you're in the middle of a launch and your tech has broken down or isn't working the way it's supposed to work, totally an emergency. You should absolutely submit a request. So basically anything that absolutely cannot wait and it's impacting your business negatively in the present moment, that's an emergency. Everything else is not. Okay? And also know that when you submit an emergency ticket, our entire team basically springs into action and drop what they're doing to get that resolved. So please be judicious in your use of emergency requests. So that is basically how our help desk works. This is how you submit tickets. If you have any questions, if I left anything out, if any doubts or queries are lingering in your mind, please let me know, and I'm happy to clear it up, and make sure that it's as easy and convenient for you to use MemberFix as possible. And that's our goal, is to make your life easier. So just let me know, and I will always receive your feedback gratefully and constructively, and I won't be offended, so please be totally honest with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.